All right, man. Shout out to Washington Media. He got an interview right here on YouTube with Stephen Bradman. All right. And I knew this, but I was told I couldn't say nothing. But I knew not particularly that he was hiring not particular that he was hiring Stephen Bradman, but I knew Caleb Plant was in Philly looking for a new um trainer. I think he was out there, Philadelphia, looking for a new trainer. Um, so I know he was out there out to eat and stuff of that nature. So I guess his trainer Justin Gambit is out. I don't know if he's gonna work up under Stephen Bradman or whatever, but I mean, obviously Gambit did a good job to get him to the world title. Let's be real. He did a great job getting him to the world title. I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna pin this. I'm trying to remember. I'm probably not. Try to remember to pin the interview in the comment section, but I do one better. Um, I would do one better. I'll put it on the screen so y'all can remember. Um, so yeah. Stephen Bradman said, it looked like he gonna be the guy to train Caleb Plant. Plant been down there a while, looking for a trainer. I don't know the guys he ran through, but he went through, according to Stephen Bradman, that he was interviewing other trainers for the position, and he realized that he had an issue with he had an issue with he had an issue with Stephen Bradman. So it's some type of issue that he had with Stephen Bradman. So I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm with Justin Gabbard, but check out the Boston's playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe, shut on the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. But his issue was, I mean, in my opinion, his issue probably was Gambit didn't have him sit down enough. He went to the right place, Philadelphia. He gonna learn how to hold his ground, how to be tough, if he can be any more tougher, and he's gonna learn how to hold his ground. That's the big thing about it. He moved too much. He don't generate. You can't. Only the special ones can stick and move and generate power. Floyd can do it when he was younger. He can do a lot of moving when he was older. Ali can do it, but heavyweights, really, you gotta exempt them from this because they're heavyweights. So heavyweights. Well, guys like Ali, guys say, a lot of guys can do it. Terrence Crawford, he can do it. It's the really good ones can generate the power while they not fully planted. So a lot of it is technique, and some of it is just God given ability. But the problem that I seen with him, he didn't have enough aggressiveness in his game. He didn't hold his ground, so he couldn't really get the respect. So if he fought like he fought versus Benavidez, he probably would get clipped in half a fight. It's about 6 rounds, if that. So you have when you fight somebody like Canelo and Benavidez, boxing ain't enough because you can't move for 12 rounds and not get tired. At some point, you're gonna be on the ropes. At some point, you're gonna be in the corner, and you got to know how to fight on the end. The best way to beat somebody like Benavidez and Plant is to take the fight to him, and that's what Caleb Plant is trying to learn from Stephen Bradman, is to take the fight to him, and commend him that he knew he had an issue. But that issue has kind of been percolating for his whole career. And what's so sad about it is he made this decision after one loss. In a fight where a lot of people, even he thought he was competitive in. So he made this decision after one loss. So that's one of the things that I ain't really like about it. But that's one of the things I ain't really like about it. He made that decision off of one loss. But that Caleb Truex fight, if nothing else, should have let him know that he really needed some help. Guy like Caleb Truex, tough fighter, really good fighter, former world champion, but he never stepped on the front foot gas and really banged him out of it. He just did too much moving. You're not gonna beat, especially Mexicans like that. So he was a plan A fighter, just box. Now he got to tuck his chin and learn how to go get it. He got power. Caleb Plant got power. He got to consistently sit down. And the sign of a great defensive fighter is they can sit in front of your face and make you miss. Anybody can move around the ring and run around the ring and dance around the ring and make you miss. But at some point, you're going to have to be stationary. And what Bradman going to teach him, not only, to be a little bit more stationary, but and still be not compromise your defense in the pocket. But sometimes you're gonna have to be a little bit more offensive to compromise your defense. And also, he's gonna take them to school on the inside. Especially if you're talking about fighting Charlo and David Benavidez, that's where you're gonna have to beat them at. Pressing them back, beat them on the inside, turning them, ripping the body shots, delivering those angles, ripping the body shot, coming up with a head, with an uppercut. Those are the things that he's gonna have to learn from Stephen Bradman. I think it's a fantastic decision. Philly was probably the ideal place to go. Not name, maybe, Detroit. Maybe that's it. Them two places, tough as they come, and they teach offense. And that's what he needed. And I just looked at him as a fighter that just seemed like he didn't want to get hit. And I ain't like that. I ain't like his reaction when he get hit. And it's different. Crawford said, people say, Crawford get hit, they don't like his reaction. One thing about Crawford, he going to get back on your ass. And he going to be aggressive to get you back. And that could be a good thing and that could be a bad thing. But I'd rather have that type of fighter than Caleb Plant get tagged and he do ring around the rosy 10 times around the square circle. And then he might throw a jab. So Stephen Bradman gonna have to find out how tough a fighter game. You can't put no heart in his chest. You can't make him absorb punishment better. You can teach him to roll the shots. You gotta teach him to sit in there and deliver from the pocket. Move a little bit. Slip on the inside, fight on the inside. So he got a ways to go. And he revealed that Anthony Durrell fight is in October. That's a dangerous fight. Excuse me. That's a dangerous fight for Hold on. That's a dangerous fight for a first fight. I think Anthony Durrell got a great chance of beating. I think he got a fantastic chance of beating Caleb Plant. And maybe Plant should have kept Gamber around for one more fight and dance. Maybe that's what he should have did. That's what he's gonna need to do versus Plant. Just box him. You see what Ivan Uterman was able to outbox him. Maybe for one more fight. Maybe, you work on a couple things in the gym and then we move on to the next fight and then, that'll do good. But if anything, his style fits to beat Durrell perfectly. But if he sit there with Durrell and he sit there in the pocket and his defense catching and shooting ain't not A1 and he ain't got it together, he going to get put to sleep. I want to put some money on Durrell, to be honest. I want to put some money on Durrell. That's what just to be honest, I might put a couple dollars on Anthony Durrell. That's a very, very dangerous fight. If we being 100, that's a very dangerous fight. Very dangerous. That's a very dangerous fight. So, but it's, you got to be the great defender is not boxing and moving around the ring. That make you a good defender, but a great defender make you sit in front of somebody's face and be able to deliver. That's what made Floyd and Pernell so great. And one reason I probably give an edge over maybe Pernell might be a better or a case for Pernell being a better defensive fighter is maybe that he didn't really compromise his offense. He still was a very offensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? But then he hit the canvas. Anytime you open up to throw punches, you're going to open yourself to get knocked down. And I think guys like that who get back up and who don't get knocked out, I think they got a hell of a chance. But Pernell was more offensive. Even to the day he retired, he was a very offensive fighter. If Pernell really wanted to hone in and just hit and don't get hit, he could have did it all day. He probably would have still got robbed versus Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. He would damn near still got robbed versus him, even if he wouldn't even have got touched. But I think if it's one fighter who can win a round without getting touched, because they said that's a myth about without landing a punch, they said it's a myth about Willie Pepper. It's probably Pernell Whitaker. Because y'all got to understand, you don't have to hit somebody to score. Now, in my opinion, in the amateurs you do. But I think in style points, you make somebody whiff. But, them the dudes Caleb Plant should be studying. He had some somewhere where he was getting some advice from James Toney, Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. He need to study Pernell Whitaker. Guys like that. Not necessarily got to turn into, small soldier and nuke him and G.I. Joe and be seek and destroy. You just need some principles. You know what I'm saying? It's something, and he gonna have to compromise a little bit his defense for more offense. That's what it's gonna have to be. That's just what it is. He's going to have to learn to fight stationary. He's going to have to learn to walk dudes back. He's going to have to learn to fight on the inside. He got a long way to go. He only 30 though, according to Bredman, but he got a very long way to go. And his new Bon Voyage, he asked, why some asked him was Caleb playing top in our weight. I think as of right now, how he fighting is only 68. He can't compete at 68. I mean at 75. Well, even with guys like Gene Pascal and Badu Jack, he had cruiserweight, he probably lose to all of them. So he has to get this down pat. He has to be able to plant and deliver. Get on the inside and deliver, plant and deliver. He should trademark that and make t-shirts out of that. Give him free game. Learn to get in on the inside, but he can move his head and all that. The question is not, can we move? Can we slip? Can we catch and return? But the safest place, man, a lot of people don't believe the safest place is on the inside versus most fighters, because these motherfuckers can't fight on the inside like that no more. Even if he gets schooled on the inside, Benavidez is not really a great inside fighter. He like it in there, he mix it up, but man, anybody that really knew how to leverage David Benavidez, get in leverage and turn him and all that, he has some problems, bro. His size is what he get away with, but he is a fantastic fighter, but his size is what he get away with. But that Darrell fight, he said it's supposed to be in October to end the video. That Darrell fight is a dangerous fight, I would, especially he probably should have kept Justin Gamber for one, but Bredman's a smart guy. Let me take that back. Steven Bredman is an excellent guy. And one thing about Steven Bredman, what he going to do is he's not going to change him overnight. He knows, like I know, that Caleb playing style is very perfect for Anthony Darrell. He had my man's fight Anthony Darrell that got robbed. Forget the kid's name. So that is what it is. Shout out to Steven Bredman. Respect his opinion. Respect him as a head coach. If he coming to Philly, he also said that he bought some building. He did some, some renovating, and he got an Airbnb for his fighters and all that stuff. So, I mean, you always love an interview. It's pretty good. He may not, be, straight truthful. I won't say he lied, but like really giving a peep, because he in the sport of boxing. You don't want to get nobody fuel for fire for now. So when you in the sport of boxing, you really, it's hard to give an honest, raw opinion on fighters, because you potentially can meet each other down the road. You could potentially need that fighter. He potentially need Bredman. So he want them dudes gonna give you every angle. He gonna give you a nice, great breakdown, and then he gonna pick. Somebody like me, I'm gonna just keep it real. I'll try not. I don't. when I talk boxing, I really don't have no filter. I don't really be meaning bad shit, but it's just it is what it is. But he a great dude, bro. So shout out to him. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We'll live drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Other than that, you can find all that in the link tree. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Only 2 ways to reach out to me. Get a business question, inquiry, response, or video requests. Whatever it may be. Constructive criticism, chop it up. Let me Twitter and Instagram is the fastest way, and only the fastest way is Twitter and Instagram. Then, in addition to that, you can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, all them in there. Twitch in there. I appreciate y'all following me on Twitch, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in there. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.